Welcome back, my dear students. It's already the fourth video of this week. You have two more to go. This video is one of my favorites. It's talking about the sensory perception test. Maybe in the first step you don't understand what this is for, but you will come back to this test during the whole course, and we need this information we get here during the whole program of project management. You will find the form you need for this on page 5 of the textbook. So what is this about? This test is coming from NLP, which means neuro-linguistic programming. NLP is a set of communication and reception tools put together in a special framework by the American psychologists Richard Bandler and John Grinder in the 60s of last century. It is a very fascinating method. It was not very favorable during the end of the last century because people started to use it for wrong purposes like influencing other people. But if you just go to the basics, it's a very interesting tool. Now, what this test is about is to find out which are your main channels. First, I will explain you how to go through the test. Then you will stop the video, go through the test, and come back to me to listen about the explanation, what this does mean to you, and we will come back later on what this will mean to the whole team, to the whole group, and to your project team as well. So it's actually very easy to do. You have done it in 5 minutes for sure. So first step, you take page 5 on the textbook. And there you see 5 statements. First, when I have 2 solutions to choose from, I normally choose the solution, and then you can choose. You shall choose one of these 4 comments you have. Respectively, you have to row them up in the way which fits best for you. This is number 1. The second best, number 2. The fits less so, number 3, and fits the least is number 4. So you row up, you row up all these 4 statements you have with statement number 1. You do the same number 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't think too much about this. Just go for it very, very spontaneous. It's not right or wrong, it's just individual. When you have done this, answered all the questions, you transfer the answers down to the boxes on the bottom. You have there number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with 4 lines. You put the numbers, for example, 4, 1, 2, 3. In the same order as you had it in question number 1, you do the same thing in question number 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the last one, you need to prove your mathematical tools, is to add all the numbers that stands together beside the letter V. Then you add up the numbers beside the letter A, you add up the numbers beside the letter K, and you add up the numbers beside the letter AD. Now, stop the video, fill in the test, go for it, and continue if you have these 4 summarizing of the numbers at the end of the test. It's not a test with grades, by the way. Did you do it? So welcome back. Now I will explain you what does this mean. You have now a certain number, typically between 10 and 18, 19, to all these 4 figures. The one with the lowest number, that's your best channel. The one with the highest number is your worst channel. So if you have the lowest number with V, this means visual. Visual means that you are people, or you're a person that needs to see something. You need to see a solution. If you are a visual person, I can explain you for hours and hours and hours, but you don't get the message. If I give you a picture, if I show you something, you get it immediately. So you are visual people. If you have an A as a most minimal level, you're auditive. You must hear something. I can show you numbers of charts and graphs and pictures. You don't get the message. You need to hear it. K means kinesthetic. There are people that need to do it. Touching people. You know all these guys that likes a lot of buttons in the car. You know, I can tell you many times to a kinesthetic person, you can't push this button, otherwise you switch off your computer. They don't trust you. They must push the button and then they know, yes, I switch off the computer. Maybe you crash down your data as well, but that's it. That's the kinesthetic. The auditive digital people, AD, that are the people that needs to understand the principle. They need to understand the principle of how it works, the logical setup of something. If they see the principle, they understand it. That's it. So, what does this mean? You all in the audience are different. And maybe on the forum you can exchange your favorites or your main perception. And you will see we will have visual, we will have auditive, we will have auditive digital, and we will have kinesthetic people. And all of them have their strengths and their weakness. And now it's very important that maybe in a project team, you don't put the visual person in writing minutes. That are the creative people, they should design. The auditive people are good in listening, in going to meetings. The auditive digitals are typically good managers, and the kinesthetic, maybe they take minutes or they construct something, they do something. So that's very important. Maybe you have strengths on 2 or 3, so you're equal. Again, it's not better or worse, it's just different. And one of the most important lessons learned here is that all the people are different. When you later on work in a project team, you work together with different people. So you should be aware that put the people there where their strengths are and not where their weaknesses are. I hope this is an interesting experience for you. Wish you good luck. And by the way, this can change during your lifetime with your experience. Good luck. See you next time. Have a great time. Bye bye.